I commend you for your bravery. Yes, you. The reason why? Because if you're watching this speech, there's a pretty good chance you're either taking an oral communications class or you're trying to be a better public speaker because you're giving some sort of presentation in front of a group of people. That takes a lot of bravery. My name is Damon Franklin. I'm a student at Del Tech, and for this presentation, I will be talking to you about a topic that I'm qualified to speak on. Now, I'm not qualified to speak on many topics. I am qualified to speak on myself. What I will be speaking to you about is 3 interesting things about me. Now, most people can give you 3 interesting things about themselves, but ask them to do that in a presentation and it becomes slightly difficult. So, I've chosen to give you what my first job was, my favorite place that I've ever been, and an interesting fact that we shall say is a bit of a wild card. So, I will begin with my first job. I worked in an auto salvage plant. Yes, an auto salvage plant. It was interesting. I had exposure to the beginning processes of the recycling of glass and aluminum. I learned that driving 18-wheelers were not for me. I also learned that I was not very good at operating heavy machinery such as bulldozers and cranes. I did get to crush cars to the size of about a coffee can, and I also got to drive junk vehicles around the junkyard and crash them into things, which was lots of fun for an 18-year-old idiot like I was at that time. Number 2, the most interesting place that I've ever been, I went to a fully functioning, working dude ranch in Utica, Montana. It was called the Circle Bar. There, I rode a horse named Walter, got to live the life of a cowboy, went fly fishing in the Judith River, sat around campfires, eating fresh quail and fresh ribeyes. The highlight of the trip, as my roommate told me, was when we went to karaoke and I sang John Denver songs for everyone. You should hear my rendition of Country Roads, but that will be for a different presentation. And finally, I am the only one of my grandmother's grandsons that does not have a college education. Can you believe that? Sorry about that. My cousin Justin graduated from Cornell and went on to Johns Hopkins and is practicing medicine in Houston and has been to third world countries providing modern medical care for those who can't afford it. My other cousin, his brother, Michael, also graduated from Cornell and is working as a school administrator back in our hometown of Atlantic City, New Jersey. My brother, Aaron, graduated from medical school as well, though he has chosen not to practice medicine. Finally, my cousin Billy graduated from Montclair State University, and he's an executive with the Social Security Administration in the state of Maryland. I have made the Dean's List 3 times over the course of a 15-year period. As much of a shining moment as that is for me, compared to my brother and cousins, I got a little bit of work to do. So, in closing, I hope that you got to learn a little bit about me and that you found these things interesting. And I will say this, Dr. Becker, this was not the first take because my device kept falling and slipping and I had to find a way to mount it properly. Again, I commend you for your bravery and I look forward to seeing what everyone else in the class has to do. And if you're watching this on YouTube because you stumbled upon it trying to become a better public speaker, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments, let me know what you think, and have a very wonderful evening. Or day, depending on when you're watching this.